here. Welcome to coloring school. I get this question a lot. How do I get these weird colors on this weird item that I can't do because I need it for my build? Yada, yada, yada. So, the first thing you gotta do is you get your paintbrush out. You get a little brown. You gotta make a little brown tree trunk here. Get a little brown tree trunk here. And then we need a pretty green. And make some pretty green leaves. Just happy little trees. Just like happy trees. And then boom. Oh, hold on. We gotta add a little hole for the squirrels. There's always a squirrel in there. Maybe some little lines down the tree here. And the tree goes up here. And coloring school. So if you have items that are, say, red, and you need them to be green, or you need them to be blue, this is what we need to do. So first thing you need to know is you need to be aware of the fact that items have affinity. An item with strength and int will prefer to roll red and blue. So if you need green on this armor, and you just go into your currency and you grab chromatic orbs, it is not going to very often get you a lot of greens. And so, for example, on this item, if you needed green, you can come in here and slam it with a green here. If you need 2 greens, you can guarantee 2 greens here. If you need 3 greens, you can guarantee 3 greens here. None of this is fairly complicated, and most people understand this inherently in the game. But if we needed 5 greens on this armor, that's where stuff gets a little bit more complicated. Now, cheaply, we can throw 2 greens on there. 3 greens is expensive. Chromatics are expensive. So we won't be doing that. Instead, we'll be coloring with off colors with jeweler's orbs, which are dirt cheap. These are like 4,000 per div right now. And so we're going to 3 socket and 2 socket and 3 socket and 2 socket. We'll just go back and forth until we hit the color that we want on here. It could take you 10 tries. It could take you 20 tries. It could take you 50 tries. There's no way to know. But this is a very cheap way to get the colors correct on your item. Same thing, go to 5 sockets and 4 sockets and 5 sockets and 4 sockets. And you'll just do this back and forth. And then you can easily link this on your bench. And then you have your armor ES 5 green linked armor. Very simple. And you can do this with 4 socket items just as well as you can do it with 5 or 6 socketed items. Getting a 6th off color is a little bit more challenging. If the item is corrupted, then obviously using your bench is going to start costing you a very large amount of money in vol orbs. And so then it becomes not beneficial to color this with vol orbs. And so instead we use tainted currency for this. Now tainted currency is completely random, but it ignores all affinity. So it has an equal chance of rolling a green as it does for rolling a blue. And so if you're trying to get a really weird color combination set on a item that is corrupted, tainted chromatics is definitely the way. These are not as cheap as regular chromes are. However, see what they're going for right now, 81 a div. You have a very high likelihood of hitting a color combination that you like, just slamming tainted chromatics and a corrupted rather than running them through here. Now, if it is standard colors on your chrome, on your corrupted item, then you're just going to use standard stuff here. And so we come down here and we hit it with at least 1 red socket or at least 1 blue socket if we're looking for blues and reds. Now, if you need more blues than reds, you would choose at least 1 red socket. If you need more blues than reds, then you would choose add 1 blue socket. So it just depends on what is the priority that you need on here. Like if we needed 4 blues and 1 red, we'd be hitting this with 1 blue socket. It's going to be much more likely to give us the additional blues and only have the 1 red on the back of it. And so coloring corrupted items is a little bit different than coloring standard items, but all in all, you shouldn't have any problem coloring anything in this game as long as you're aware of how the affinities work and what your options are to get it put together. If you have any questions, come by Twitch or YouTube. Happy to help. Peace.